Okay, so as we all know, superheroes, well, most superheroes for the most part, have a no kill rule. And to me personally, that is so annoying. Not necessarily the no killing part, but in my opinion, the whole point of a superhero is to do the right thing no matter the cost, to save lives no matter what. So when it comes to this whole no kill rule or the heroes not letting the villains die no matter what, that's annoying to me. Because as a kid, obviously I always agreed with the hero no matter what. And me, as an adult now, I find myself agreeing with villain. Like Green Goblin when he said this.
But the one thing they love more than a hero is to see a hero fail, fall, die trying. In spite of everything you've done for them, eventually they will hate you. Why bother?
Or Ultron when he said this.
You want to protect the world, but you don't want it to change. How is humanity saved if it's not allowed to evolve?
I really feel like if we really were in the superhero world, we need people like Red Hood or Punisher, people to do the hard thing that no one else can. Because me, if I was a hero, I'd want to be the Flash, by the way, or not necessarily the Flash, more of the Flash of like post Injustice. You know how everyone had the character endings in Injustice, and the Flash started being considered the ghost because he sort of just went in and went out. I want to be like that. Anyway, I think we would need people in this world to do the hard thing. So if I was a hero, I wouldn't kill, but I wouldn't always save the bad guy. So for example, Batman Arkham City, Joker is sick and Joker makes Batman sick so Batman could create a cure and give it to Joker and himself. And after Batman gets the cure and everything, he tells Joker this.
Do you want to know something funny? Even after everything you've done, I would have saved you.
Literally, why? Like I don't get that. Joker did it to himself. Batman didn't make Joker shoot up the Titan. Joker did that all on his own. So if Batman doesn't decide to save Joker, that's not killing him. That's letting him die. He did that to himself. That's why in Batman Arkham Knight, I loved that in the DLC expansion pack when it comes to Ra's al Ghul, I love that they gave us the choice on whether or not we wanted to save Ra's. Me, I didn't save him. I let him die because number one, he's lived longer than any mortal man. Number two, Batman has told him multiple times what he is doing is inhumane and he needs to shut it down before he does it himself. And if you choose to save Ra's, he immediately kills Nissa, and that becomes Batman's fault. So it's better to let him die because you're doing that for the greater good. You're not killing him, you're just not saving him. And I know that's out of touch for the character of Batman because as we see with Joker, he does not let him die. Or even when it comes to the Flash, in the Flash season 8, for those who know, the Reverse Flash is a D1 hater when it comes to Barry Allen. And by doing so, Reverse Flash was changing the timeline, trying to screw up Barry's life so much. And then by doing that, he ended up erasing himself from existence. So he was dying. So he came to Team Flash for help to save his life. Team Flash didn't want to do it until Joe came in and had a problem with it and yelled at them. Me, I would have let him die because we're not killing him. We're just letting him die. He did this to himself. And mind you, later that season, Reverse Flash gets so close to killing Iris. And if he would have, that would have been Team Flash's fault because they refused to let him die. Like, it's sad to see, like, Ultron was right. And it's sad that I'm agreeing with him because these heroes don't really want to be heroes. They want to save the life, they want to get the glory, yada yada, but they don't want to come about actual change. So, like, for season 5 in The Flash, they literally created a meta-human cure. Do you realize the amount of change that could have been brought onto Central City solely with that? But no, they decided they didn't want to use it as a weapon. Literally, why? Like, if villains are actively using their powers for evil and to rob banks and to kill people, why not cure them? It's the same thing as if they take a life. They're gonna get their lives taken by being in prison for the rest of their lives. So if they decide to use their powers for evil, they're going to get their powers taken away. It's the consequences of your actions. But Cisco and Caitlin started getting mad at Barry when Barry saved Cisco from King Shark. I think Barry did the right thing and he should have did that with each and every single other meta. There's only on the off chance where you see a meta needs actual help, like freaking Kane or even Caitlin did or Firestorm. When you say they actually need help and they're not doing bad things on purpose, that's when you help them. But when it comes to characters like Weather Wizard or the Turtle or Zoom, Reverse Flash, Cicada, like they offered Cicada the choice. What would they have done if he said no? That means each and every single meta that he killed after that would have been on their hands. The Flash literally could have ended after season 5 because of the metahuman cure. They could have went to Iron Heights, cured cured each and every single every meta that they come up against, they could cure. I don't understand why they didn't do that. Like, they decided they wanted to remain good people, but in turn for that, they ended up getting a guilty conscience because all the people that are dying because of them. Now, back to my point about Batman and the Joker. Batman wanted to cure Joker for some reason when he literally admitted this like 10 seconds beforehand.
Every decision you've ever made ends with death and misery. People die. I stop you. You'll just break out and do it again.
Now, if he knows Joker's gonna break out and do it again, why is he gonna cure him? Just let him die. Like, if you know Joker, then you know Joker has done some diabolical things in his life. So a man like that needs to be put in the way of Red Hood, for example. Red Hood, without a second thought, would take out the Joker. But you know what Batman does? He constantly stops him for some reason. Now, when it comes to injustice, Superman wanted to kill Joker and Batman stopping him, that makes sense. Obviously, Superman's never taken a life before. Batman knows taking life could change you. So obviously, he's going to want to stop him. But Red Hood has already killed. The moment Batman and Red Hood met each other, Red Hood had already killed like 800 plus people. So why not let him kill Joker? Why stand in his way? You're literally wasting your breath by trying to stop him because he's already done it like 8,000 times beforehand. So why bother? The people of Gotham would be safer if Joker is in the ground. Like that argument Frank Castle and Matt Murdock had on the rooftop. I could see where both of them are coming from, but I mostly agree with Frank. The only thing is, I think Frank should caution more restraint. Like I posted a hot take a few months back saying Punisher isn't a well-written character, which he's not, because in the first episode of his show, he spares some kid because he wanted to rob a place to help out his grandma. But then in the Punisher season 2 finale, Punisher just walks into a place and sees two gangs clashing and just shoots them up. Who's to say like 5 or 6 people there weren't in that gang solely to make money to help out their family? Like, you see what I mean? It's like he sort of contradicts himself with that. So I think Punisher should caution a little more restraint when it comes to things like that. But overall, I do agree with Punisher. That was good to get off my chest. Anyway, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And until then, I'll see you guys next week. Bye, guys.